me refresh you on that one. Is that the one when he went back into the past? Is that?
No, that's Shippuden 3. Road to the Ninja is a movie where Naruto and Sakura get caught in this fake infinite Tsukiyomi, and Naruto gets to meet his parents, and
Okay,
Sakura
that's why I
gets to
got it
see
mixed
what it's
up.
like to be the
Yeah,
child of the Hokage and uh,
right. She
by
basically lived
herself and all
Naruto
that.
life, and Naruto gets to live the life that she lived, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
yeah,
the
like
movies
So,
are
that.
pretty
Those
good, bro.
ideas that he wanted to do.
speaking of filler and stuff like that, but obviously those right there weren't filler. But you said that you pretty much tell people to watch the first 65 episodes and then skip to the whole Zuki Castle. So you think the episodes in between that are like you feel me, they aren't good? Because I ain't saying that you saying that, but I personally think that I forgot the specific name of the arc, but I think I just call it the Mitsuki retrieval arc. I think that right there,
Fuck with that.
No, yeah, I
Like I
fuck
yo,
with
fuck
that
with
that
arc.
that.
Yeah, I fuck
that
with that
right there
arc
is like
too.
one of the best arcs, bro. While watching it the first time, it was super long. It seemed super drawn out. But if you
Yeah,
rewatch that arc, bro,
Hmm.
no, that arc
it
is fire.
flows so much better.
No, that arc
Like
is
when you're
fire.
Yeah,
not waiting every single week for
Week
another
for
episode, you
another
can just
episode. Yep. Yeah,
binge
that
it.
arc is
Yeah,
fire.
it's so good. It's so good.
That arc
I
is
had to
fire.
do that with the Boruto anime period, man. Like I dropped the anime after episode 4, right?
Hmm.
And I didn't I watched like a little bit like clips here and there, kind of like what RCD World and all them do. Like I was watching clips in there, and I was watching the openings or whatnot, just see if something would kind of grab my attention. But like when I got to like when I heard about the Mitsuki retrieval arc, I said, "Oh, okay." People saying that this is hit or miss, and when Eternal Hokage told me about some of the themes they were doing, I said, "Well, I'll get around the board." To my time I got around to, and I started binge watching. We had gotten to like Mitsuki was about to do like the thing where he's babysitting the cat and everything, and I said, "Okay, like I don't want to check this shit no more." But I said, "Let me,"
Yeah.
because I saw the preview for it, and I said, "I'm done." But I said, "Well, fuck it, I'm gonna keep watching." And like it's like what Baara say, when you get to watching the anime and you can kind of roll into it, it's
Yeah,
not as bad. It
it's
don't
not as
drag on
bad.
like that.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
when you watching it weekly and you weigh in, it does drag on. You be like, man, I'm about to give up.
Yeah, definitely. And you even see that with a bunch of the reactors nowadays. People that's just starting bored, so you feel me? They get on YouTube, they react to some of the episodes.
Hmm.
They start like blowing through the episodes, and they're like, "Yo, they don't see why Boruto catches so much flack." Like, obviously, there's some down episodes, but if you run through it, it seems interesting.
Yeah, it does. It does. Actually, like, I'm gonna have to watch it from the beginning again. Actually, now that you guys bring it up like that, like I have watched arcs like all the way through. Went back and watched certain arcs that I thought I liked after it ended. It
Hmm.
was like, oh, that wasn't too bad. Like how it ended up and wrapped up. So like you said, like the Mitsuki retrieval arc. I even went back and watched the time travel arc again one more
Hmm.
time, and
Yo,
yeah, because
yo,
people be giving that one slack because
no, no,
I
no,
said,
no, no,
hold
no.
up, man.
because of
Fuck,
No,
fuck that.
no,
Fuck
no,
that.
no,
but
no,
that
no,
I,
no, 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 no,
hey man,
no,
hey,
no,
besides of course the fucking elephant in the room, the goddamn Osuski that that should
Urashiki.
never been in the fucking series, because why? Other
Look,
than that, it was pretty cool seeing Boruto go back in the past and meet Naruto and getting to see not Kashin Koji. What the fuck am I to call him Kashin Koji again? Getting to see
Jiraiya,
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 and
and
then
yeah.
now that just think about how it ties in now, because we got Kashin Koji reveal, they got to see Jiraiya. As far as people who just watched the anime, like it's that how it ties in to what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? Like just like screw Urashiki and everything else, and just like think about like
Urashiki
that
was
part.
fucking broken though, man. Like let's keep it real for a second.
Whoa,
That
partner.
that motherfucker was broken. He don't get enough credit. Like and I'm gonna say this on this, right? I don't like the character, but take bias out for a second. Sasuke, the out of chakra jokes and everything, this man was smart enough to look at Sasuke and say, I can't ever let this dude reach full power. And every time Sasuke would get to a point to where he was looking like he was going to recover some of his chakra and really become a nuisance, what he do? He took that fishing hook
And rip
and
it
he
out.
drained out Sasuke's chakra. Like when you look at the fact that Momoshiki took a long ass time to absorb Naruto's chakra,
Hmm.
Urashiki was ripping out Sasuke's chakra right there on the spot almost instantaneously.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So that right there, that's freaking insane. The Rinnegan ability to be able to not just open up, it's a Maino Teiji, it's a Maino Toji, or it's a Maino something. time space jutsu that Kaguya uses. Urashiki
Right.
is the only other Otsutsuki who can access those dimensions in that way. That requires a ton of chakra. Even Obito's like, yo, I don't, a six pass shadow clone don't have no chakra to be able to access this thing. I can't do it on my own. Urashiki was able to do that. Urashiki, that ability to go back and go into the time, into the future, into the time, see attacks and travel back in the time, even if it's only for a few seconds, that's broken.
That
Give
is
that ability
broken.
to somebody like Madara, and you ain't winning a fight.
But
Like
partner,
period.
take what I'm throwing down. My problem was never with Urashiki. I understand what Urashiki is. Like he
He
damn
just
near
played around too
1v2'd
much.
Sasuke and Gaara. Like, no, that wasn't even it. My problem is with the staff. They portrayed Urashiki as being something that he wasn't in regards to actually having to sit there and spar with Shinki and Boruto. Remind you, I actually go through these episodes and I gotta break down frame by frame exactly what's
Yeah.
happening to edit it for my videos. I'm seeing
Yeah.
Urashiki miss standing still objects. Like what are we doing here? Like it's like the actual I see. I understand how difficult it is to actually make an episode, so I never want to actually just outwardly criticize somebody for their work on an episode.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie, it didn't portray Urashiki as being the strong guy that he should have been. And not only that, the biggest part about the whole entire series that they missed, the whole big, you feel me, build up to that actual arc, in my personal opinion, was a fight between Urashiki and Sasuke. That fight happened. We just didn't see it. It's like, what's going on here? I feel like if that fight right there
True.
was just animated and animated
Yeah,
well,
they missed
potentially
a
even like a Kenshi,
big
yeah,
opportunity on that
You
one.
right.
like a Kenshiki versus Sasuke fight, that could have potentially made the whole arc. You feel me?
Ooh,
And,
yeah.
and piggybacking on that, like when it comes to, and I try not to go into power scaling too much, but you kind of have to do it for this. Like, just look at it from this perspective. Like when Momoshiki is directly in the presence of Urashiki, Urashiki was always like, "Oh, Momoshiki Sama." And the moment he turns his back, he's like Momoshiki Chan. He's talking crap to him behind his back, underneath his breath.
Yeah.
But the Kages, it gave Kinshiki a problem, like Chojuro and the rest of them.
Yeah.
When Urashiki was fighting against Gar and he's fighting against Chojuro, he's toying around with those boys. And those are the same ones who then turned around and left Kinshiki leaking all over the place, got his meatballs and spaghetti fragments all over the place because they didn't tap this boy up. And so when you talk about he's going up against Sasuke at full power and he's going up against Gar, but when Boruto's running there, like the boy Baara said, he like, yo, we should have seen that fight. We saw Matarasu all over the place. I'm getting hyped. I'm like, yo, wait a second. You see the puppets? I'm like, oh, those are Teneri's puppets. I was like, how do you get the puppets? Like, that should have been a big ass fight. I agree with you right there.
Yeah,
They should have animated that. That's missed opportunity.
exactly. Like I always thought Urushi could have been a much bigger character. And to be honest, I think that arc right there could have possibly served as a movie in itself. I think that right there could have possibly made it even bigger and made Urushiki's character even bigger, gave them a lot more time to work on it.
I think some of that too is there was a filler arc for Naruto Shippuden, and I hadn't seen it, but I've seen clips of it. It's like that power filler arc. That was supposed to be a movie, and that ended up getting scrapped, and that's why the animation quality looks so good. What I'm thinking happened with that Boruto time slip arc, that was an arc that Kishimoto presented to the anime himself. Typically, a guy like Kishimoto, he's not like Hiro Mashima with Fairy Tail, where he'll write the filler arc, so he's not like Taite Kubo with Bleach, or Bleach would sit there and write out the arcs. Kishimoto typically don't do that. When he's gotten involved like that, it's been for Naruto Road to the Ninja, Naruto the Last, and it's been for Boruto the movie. He hasn't necessarily done stuff like that. So I'm wondering is if he came up with that, if there might have been plans to do a Boruto movie and they kind of scrapped that because of just the fact that like they probably said, well, we're going to be starting Mujina Bandits and we're going to devote a lot of time to this car arc later on because all we got this year was supposed to come out last year, but we had COVID. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what happened right there, that COVID pushed all that back, but because they were doing the car stuff and they were having that in pre-production, they said, well, we can't do this and then still do a movie, so let's just throw this into the anime, which is why some of those episodes got outsourced because that felt like a movie.
Yeah, definitely did. Well, so a bunch of people would come to me and ask me this, but do you consider that specific arc right there canon?
I mean, what they say a few years ago, Ikimoto does a sit down interview for the I want to say it's the Italian interview, and they say in that the anime is canon to the manga. They specifically say that the anime does parallel stories to flesh out everything. And we talked about this in DMs to flesh out everything that the manga can't necessarily get to, and is supposed to add more depth and etc. So I mean, you have to. There is no filler in Boruto. I mean, I know people don't like the chocho stuff, but just take it for what it is though. Like her daddy had the weight loss problems where the daddy wanted to take some hydroxycut pills. They didn't have them, so he took the ch- ch- uh, chili pepper pills and all the other stuff and lost the weight in the battle with the Sound 4. Chocho, teenage girl, she wants to get the attention of some old ass man. She wants him to go balls deep in her, and so she loses the weight. And that was her motivation. Like it's fickle, but it is what it is. Like all that shit's canon.
I see
All
what
that
you mean.
shit's canon.
I see what you mean. But partners, I just dropped the video in a chat right now, bro. If y'all want to see
Yeah, I just
Urashiki missing
played
an object standing still, partners. This right here, yo, I remember when I was
again.
first editing this, partner. Yeah, I was befuddled, dog.
He's mad about this shit, bro.
I was befuddled. Like it's not even the fact that you feel me. It was animated wrong. It just makes Urashiki look weak, bro. It just makes Urashiki look super weak, bro.
Like that's a complete miss. That's not even like a
exactly.
Like they didn't even have to jump back. Like they didn't even have to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and people not going to see it as just, oh, the animators made a mistake. They put a couple frames in the wrong spot. No, Urashiki just missed the object that was standing still. That's what
right
fans see it. So when it comes, so now when we talk about power scaling character like Urashiki, people going to be in the comment section thinking we full of shit.
Wait, hold up. But when you do it, when you're breaking it down like that, because you guys do video editing, you had to edit the scenes like break scene by scene, like how you said. So like when you're like a normal just watcher and a normal viewer like me, like you don't catch shit like that, like shit like that. I would have never caught that, bro.
Fam, because like when you edit and you stretch out the footage in order to get your clips and everything, you see it frame by frame, and you know, like just keeping it real for a second, you know, because I went on like a mini random review on this, you know. Some folks are like, oh, I hate the animation. It's like, nah, motherfucker, you hate the art. You don't understand what animation is. Like because episodes people said is beautiful animation. It's like, no, motherfucker, that's pretty art. The animation's stiff as fuck.
Yeah, see,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I wouldn't see that.
Like, like
we wouldn't see that because, like, the normal viewer, like I said, we don't never break down frame by frame like that. We just watch it and like.
I mean, it ain't even about going frame by frame though.
Right.
Like, if you understand the 12 principles of animation, which I mean,
don't.
a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Which most don't. I don't. So.
Yeah, like there's a lot that goes into it. Like a good way to look at it is like that series that people are bashing that Mappa just did. I can't recall the name of it, but like when people say it was bad animation, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the girl's eyes in the frame of the clip that somebody showed me, and you see like the face squish up, you see the eyes going up and down. Like that's good animation. Animation is the fluidity of the movement. It's not about like what the face looks like, and like the aesthetic part is only part of it.
Oh,
there's a lot of other shit that goes into it.
Like, are you guys back into what's it called with the demons? Demon Slayer. Yeah, did y'all get back into that since they started back up?
I haven't even watched it yet.
You haven't watched Demon Slayer? Demon Slayer?
No, I've seen season 1. Let's come on. What
okay.
But I haven't seen the second season.
So what are we doing here?
Like,
yeah, I'm
waiting for them to get to